Hello everyone. I woke up this morning slightly angry, or should I say very angry. And if you know me, anybody that knows me, I'm the kind of person, I don't keep anything inside. My inside will always match my outside. If I'm happy, I show it. If I'm angry, I show it. If I'm sad, I show it. The anger for me is a sense of entitlement that comes from a lot of people. You know, a lot of people feel that they have a right to your voice and a right to the way you behave and the right to what you do. I've said it before and I'm going to say it again. Nobody owes anybody a voice. Nobody is an activist. Nobody was born with placard into this world. Every one of us, we have a time where we got tired of what was happening in the country and we decided to come out and put in our voice. So nobody has a right to tell people or monitor people and tell them how they're going to live their lives or how they are going to do their things. And the thing is that people must understand that they must take responsibility for their action. If you refuse to do something and something happens, that's your business. Come out and call out yourself. Don't sit down and be thinking that there are other people, there are some people who you owe, as if you've given them a job for them to be doing something. Oh, activists. First of all, I don't do labels. I'm not an activist. I'm Aisha. That's my name. And the thing is that my voice, it's not for anybody. It's for me. I've said this thing before. I don't want to be in a country where I'm voiceless, nameless, and faceless. I've been that when I was small. But as an adult, I'm going to be that. And for me, like I've always said before, no matter what Nigeria throws at me, I'm here. We die here. I'm not fighting for the Nigerians that are here. Everybody has voice to fight to. I'm fighting for the unborn Nigerians, the ones that have not yet been born. Their parents have not even met each other. They've not yet been born. So that when they come to this country, they will meet a better country, the way I wish others had fought for me before I come into this country. You know, anytime, sometimes you go to places and you see people will be throwing insults at you. People, some of them will be writing at you and whatever and all of that. You know, sometimes I laugh over it and this thing. It's, you know, the sense of entitlement is becoming too much. Especially the ones that will sit down and tell you that you should apologize for your vote. Me, Aisha Yusufu, I'm not apologizing for anything. Where you are right now, that was where I was 2014. And when I got tired, I came out on the streets and I said, enough is enough. Enough of Nigerians being treated anyhow. If you like, or for those of you who are up to now, oh, you brought this disaster on me. Are you not ashamed of yourself? That you couldn't ensure that the disaster that was in office remained in office. Somebody that was in office that had people had voted for in 2011 even won the person that now came back in 2015. The person sat down and did nothing and ensured that the country was mismanaged. You people are talking today. We were borrowing money to pay salaries even during Jonathan's era. So when they are talking, somebody will be having a conversation, you are bringing in Jonathan, and then you'll say, oh, why are you always talking about Jonathan? Why are you always bringing his issue? 48 people were killed at Potiskum. He went on to do his declaration. Not a single word for them. Some of you are coming to say, what is happening now? I'm not a victim. Welcome to the land of victimhood. Nigeria is a land of victimhood. When you were not a victim, other people were victims. And you, because you were so selfish, you did nothing. You sat down in your place and you went on with your business while other people were suffering. Hello? People have been dying. Go and meet Buniyadi parents. They had to bury their children. Their children were slaughtered. They were killed. And you think that's okay? A president did nothing for over 1 year. For 1 year, to bring back our girls movement, did a memorial for those children. Presidency never said a word. People being killed all through, not a single word. And then when people got angry about of the insecurity and the poverty and everything that was there, and people come and you are coming to tell me that, oh, rice is now 30,000. Wait, oh, sit down and don't do anything. Keep living in the past. Don't do anything. Rice will be 100,000. You will buy $1 4,000 naira. Sit down and don't do anything. When people are talking, you are the ones that brought this disaster. Why couldn't you keep the disaster that was in office? Why? Are you not a human being? Don't you have tongue? Don't you have mouth? Oh, people have platform. Why are you not growing your platform? That sense of entitlement, me, I will never take it in any way whatsoever. And the one that is people think that, oh, the moment you're an activist, so that means you are poor. You should be poor. Somebody comes to say, oh, you know, yeah, I saw you in what is it, Aberdeen or whatever. Yes, my children's school abroad. Yes. My son, since 2013, he's been in the UK. He was 14 when he had to go. He has dyslexia. My son is dyslexic. If I left him in this country, he won't be able to have the right kind of education. He won't be. He's a graduate today. He would not have graduated from university. They will say, oh, he's Olodo, he's this, he's that. He cannot do anything. We had to use our own money to send him abroad. Other children who have the same thing that my son has, whose parents cannot send them abroad, what is Nigeria doing to take care of them? Those are the children that I'm interested in, because I want a Nigeria where they too are taken care of. The way we had money to send our children abroad and to send our son abroad, and he was able to get the right kind of education, they too deserve the right kind of education that the government must give them. And that's what I will stand on. They're talking, you'll be talking about Chibok girls. Chibok girls were taken away. Up till now, there are over 100 that are still in captivity. You sit down every day, you see your children. Your children have been growing. They'll be growing before your eyes. My daughter was in Form 2 when that thing happened. Today, she's entering her final year in the university. Yeah? Chibok parents, are we better than them? Are they not deserving of the same thing? You sit down every day. They are talking about something. You voted this disaster. Yes, so I voted Buhari because Jonathan was not an option. And I said it. And I never liked Buhari, and I said it then. And I held them accountable, and I criticized them, and I still do up to today. If Jonathan had done the right thing, nobody would have voted for a man that was rejected 3 times. Rejected 3 times. Though Yokupa even called him, what did he even call him? Serial loser. Because Nigerians kept rejecting him. But we had somebody who entered office. People fought for Jonathan to be in office. Where were you when people were fighting for Jonathan to be in office? Where were you when people were fighting for Jonathan to be in office? Save Nigeria group. They put everything together. The Wale Soyinka, the Tunde Bakare, the Pastor Tunde Bakare, the Sarah Omako, I hope I got that name right. The Yemi Adamoleko, the Adebola Lagos, the Gideon War of this world. They were on the streets in Abuja, fighting for Jonathan to be made acting president. When the cabal refused to make him acting president, he sat down there like somebody that didn't know anything. They came on the streets, they stood, they marched until Jonathan was made acting president. Where were you when Jonathan was made acting president? Where were you when people were fighting for Jonathan to be made acting president? The same man entered. He wasn't doing the right thing. He increased price. I wanted subsidy to be removed, and that was one of the reasons why I did not join Occupy Nigeria. That probably would have been my first protest that I would have come out for in Nigeria on Nigerian issue. But I wanted subsidy to be removed. I did not come out. But I admire their courage. It was a decentralized protest all over the country. And I rooted for them because young Nigerians were coming together and speaking with one voice. The same Nigeria group also came out. You people will think about, you will curse them. You are waiting for them to still come out and be the ones to protest for you. You're waiting for them to speak on issues. You will curse them, but you forget that they were the ones on the street who marched for Jonathan to be made acting president. When he wasn't doing the right thing, they came out again and that is what it should be. It should be loyalty to a nation, not loyalty to anybody. There's no politician that will be loyal to, no leader that will be loyal to. The only thing that will be loyal to, it will be to the Federal Republic of Nigeria. You guys sat down, you did nothing. They came out, they stood there. So they came out. Why are you not coming out to do your own? You sit down in your pretty little places and be insulting people and calling people all sorts of names. You that you failed yourself, when are you going to call yourself name? You've not even given yourself a voice. You're sitting down there expecting other people to speak for you, expecting other people to put their lives on the line for you, expecting other people to be on the streets for you. Why are you not there for yourself? You come and say that, oh, they brought in this disaster. Why didn't you keep the other disaster in office? You don't get mouth, you don't get hand, you don't get leg. There are people who died in 2014 to ensure that their votes were counted. Who asked you not to go and stay there and ensure that votes are counted? Even now they are talking about issue. The somebody coming. You brought this disaster on me. Why didn't you keep your own disaster in office? He was already in office. You think I'm going to vote a failure? God forbid. I'm not going to do that. And of course, like I said in 2014, if you sit down and don't look smart, if he gets into office and you people don't hold him accountable, it's going to be an had-I-know situation. Yes, I will see you. What is the meaning of all that? Any small thing, they'll come out and be talking this thing. Oh, you need to apologize. Are you okay? You were? You get sense? You tell me, say, may I apologize? May I apologize for what? For something that I had the right to do? I did it too. Why didn't you do your own? They brought disaster for you. Why were you sitting down like a MU made a big disaster for you? You don't feel sit down, get your own thing. Who owes you anything? Nobody owes you a voice. Give yourself a voice. Come out and speak. I'm not one of those people that you talk to, they'll be talking to them anyhow and they'll leave me. If you go low, I go lower. I will deal with you and then I'll come up and shower so that you know that it's a choice not to be low. You see some people, they sit down, oh, they be cursing and whatever. We left those things in the ghetto because it's not something to do. Violence will give you adrenaline, but it will not make you achieve anything. You can never achieve anything with it. And the better you sit down and begin to work and begin to ensure that your candidate gets in, the better it is for you. Nobody owes you a vote. Nobody owes you support. Go out there, support your candidate, and go out and garner support for your candidate. Sitting down on the pretty little things to talk about, oh, Jonathan was what? Jonathan was a disaster in office. He was somebody that should never have been given opportunity to be in office. But because of the Nigerian thing, they want somebody who is weak to always be in office so that they can control that person. That was how they got in Jonathan there. Otherwise, the SASAT had enough candidates that would have done amazingly well for this country. That they brought him there so that they'll be treating him, and they were treating him anywhere. 2011, Nigerians came out for Jonathan. Nigerians put everything on the line. They came out, they said, oh, this is somebody that did not have shoe. I didn't vote for him in 2011. I didn't vote for Jonathan. I didn't vote for Buhari. I voted for Noody. And I picked my card because Noody. For me, I vote candidates. I don't have time. 2011, Nigerians were on the streets. Many of them, they put everything online. They voted for Jonathan. Then Jonathan got into office. He started fraternizing with the same cabal that didn't want him to get into office. He didn't bother. People were being killed. He didn't care. Nyanya bombing, he went there, he saw people that had died. As a president, instead of him to go home and say, lower the flag. No, he went to Kano, he was dancing, and you expect people to be happy about that? Chibok girls were abducted, he didn't say anything. Some of you come here and say that, it's APC that orchestrated Chibok girls. So, is APC, is it the same APC that told Jonathan to bungle up the whole thing? 14 days he didn't say anything. People's children were taken away from school. Now they are taking all of us. You are not feeling it. Oh, welcome to the club. I've told you people, Nigeria will do you. Now it is turn by turn Nigeria's limited. Yesterday's victims were once survivors. Today's victims were yesterday's survivors. And tomorrow's victims will be today's survivors. You think you've escaped? No, wahala. The last person that was killed also thought they have escaped. The last person that was taken away, that was abducted, also thought they have escaped. We are all victims waiting to happen. Being a victim in Nigeria is no longer a matter of if you will be a victim. It's a matter of when will you be a victim. We are all waiting. Me, I'm waiting. No. The day when they call, they will put bullet for my head, I go die. Waiting, they die and die. Now only one die we get. And any way that die come, now so that die will be. Any small thing where the top person will tell say, you vote Jonathan, you vote Jonathan. You be what? Sorry, you not vote. You vote Buhari, you vote. You want me to vote Jonathan? Because we be failure for office? No, I don't feel vote that kind of thing. The same way I not vote Buhari for 2019 because he have failed, abdominally failed in office. You see, in 1984, Buhari did it. So I should have been focused on 1984 and not focused on 2014 where people were being killed and nothing was being said about it. The whole of the Northeast, insecurity was happening there. Now the insecurity don't go everywhere. When I was saying it in 2014, I said, look, if we do nothing about this thing, insecurity will go everywhere. It's not about tribe, it's not about religion. It's about people who are there to met out terrorism on people. Many people kept quiet. Now it is everywhere. All of us now, we are not afraid. But then when you were saying, oh, it's in the fringes, we felt it was okay for the government to allow people to be killed and do nothing. And they'll be talking about something. They come out talking about election. And somebody came the other day. I will never trust somebody who voted for Buhari. Did I ask you to trust me? Am I looking for a person that will trust me? Which one me are you day? Whatever it is. Instead of you, now it's another election year. Instead of you to be focused on the election and the things that we are going to do to ensure that we get in people with competence, character, and capacity into office, you're here, you're busy talking about 2015 election. Meanwhile, the Jonathan himself has moved on. Is it not the Jonathan that Jagaba went to visit the other day, that Tinubu went to visit him the other day, and they said, I've not seen it, so I will call, they said, he was saying that, oh, who you see that Tinubu will come and visit it. Now that campus you want me to vote for 2015. Let's see that they do MUU, where they taking here, do people for grant. Now go sit down and vote for. Can you imagine? You are not angry at that. You are not angry at Jonathan that will go and meet Buhari and they are laughing. They are doing bromance. He has never spoken on your issue. He's enjoying himself with everything. You're not angry. 2015, you were busy going about. You were busy under Atiku's feet, campaigning for him and going about. You were not angry that Atiku voted for Buhari, that Atiku used his money on Buhari. It is Aisha Yusufu that you sit down and you want to be angry about, and you're coming out with your little pretty swear words. We dropped swear words yesterday. We dropped and forget it because you know they give anybody anything. You think you will come. Me, you are coming for me. Yeah, you never know me. We die here. We die for that Nigeria. And those of you that think that, oh, activists are some poor people that need, I'm not one of them. I didn't focus on Nigeria issue until I ensured that financial independence, I got it. Go anywhere, there's no any human being that will say, Aisha, that I came to their office to look for what? To look for what? What will you give me that God has not given me? When I was hungry in secondary school, did you feed me? I didn't get food and I was okay. I no die. Now I go can't die. Say I don't get what you want give me. What is the meaning of all that? We have an election. The earlier you people focus on that election, stop bringing that nonsense of Jonathan was voted out. Yes, Jonathan was voted out. We were told that we could not take Jonathan out. We did it. And I'm proud of that fact. And I'm not the one, if you sat down there, the same vote I had, you had it. The same mouth I had, you had it. I didn't ask you not to have mouth. And I will use my mouth again now for whoever candidate. And if that candidate gets into office, I'm not responsible for whether they do the right thing or the wrong thing. And I will hold them accountable. That's my business with them. And the next time you feel that you want to come on this thing, please bring it on. I'm here. What if we done one now? Any small thing, no, yeah, you voted, I will not trust somebody that voted Buhari. Can you trust yourself that couldn't keep Jonathan in office? When were you going to blame yourself? You sat down there, he was in office, he was already president, you couldn't keep him there. You are here waiting for him. I will vote him out again and again and again. Let me repeat it. Today is March 28, 2015. I will vote against Jonathan again. He not going to enter that office. Person will go inside there, will fail. And those of you people that don't realize, those of you people that voted for Jonathan in 2015 are the same as the people that voted for Buhari in 2019. You don't care about the country, you care about your little selfish selves. And then you're sitting down here with a sense of entitlement and coming as if, oh yes, we voted, Buhari will not have been as, Jonathan will not have been as bad. You are a soothsayer, not be soothsayer. Now one are your own. My own is to hold government accountable. And I did say it in 20, and I'm going to attach it here, where I told you people in 2014 that if you don't hold leaders accountable, you do Hadaino. And right now, again, if you vote in anybody and you don't hold that person accountable, now double Hadaino you get. We'll be here if God allow give us life to reach that time, where you'll be buying dollars for 4,000 naira and rice for 100,000 naira. Since that is the criteria of government. Nigerians have lowered things to the extent that, oh, all you need for somebody to be looked at as a success is for you to get a successor that will fail, that will be more woeful than you are. That is it now. All of a sudden, Jonathan administration is good because Buhari has failed worse. They are both colossal failures. If Jonathan had not failed, nobody would have given Buhari a chance. And that 2014, if it was Atiku that had won the primary, it was Atiku that would have been voted for, because people wanted anybody but Jonathan, because Jonathan had failed so woefully. So anybody that APC gave, they were ready to go with it. And people now, they don't want anybody. That's why now they are looking for candidates. And those of you that are saying, you will pay for the by supporting Peter Obi, you are paying for the mistake. Who made mistake?